There is just one game left remaining for Liverpool this season, and that is against Southampton at the weekend. Whilst the club aren't in action until next week, there is still news to discuss within the Liverpool camp, which includes why Liverpool may have made a giant U-turn in regards to the transfer window this summer. Not only that, we will also go over all the latest Liverpool news from the last 24 hours. There is so much to cover in today's video. And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel guys. Before we do get into today's video, as always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. After Roberto Firmino's emotional farewell to the Kop on Saturday, he returned to Anfield for a celebration of his Liverpool career. Firmino seemingly couldn't get enough of Anfield on Saturday, so he returned the next day for a party in his honour. Following a visit to his new mural in the morning, Bobby joined his teammates, family and friends for an event at Anfield to celebrate his Liverpool career. While the party was private, we did catch a glimpse of what was going on thanks to a few social media posts. The departing number 9 showed up in typical unique fashion, wearing a smart suit, complete with a red lapel. In a sight that will be bringing up some brilliant memories, Firmino was seen taking pictures alongside his teammates and his family, with each of the trophies that he has won during his time on Merseyside. It would have been difficult to find space to line up all the trophies anywhere but the pitch. With it being a family event, there were plenty of children in attendance, and there were even reports of a bouncy castle on the pitch. In what was likely an emotional affair, we also know that Firmino gave a speech to his colleagues. As ever at a footballer's event, you could be sure there were no corners cut when planning. Alisson Becker's wife, Natalia, was among those to post snippets about the party, revealing the menu for the occasion. Mrs. Becker wrote on Instagram, "Bobby, I'm thankful for your life, for everything you've done for us as a team and as a family. We love you. Wherever you are going, you'll never walk alone. May God bless you." Liverpool's South American families have formed a close bond over the years and will lose more than just a teammate. One thing we're sure of is that Bobby knows how to party. Although, don't go too far, Redmen, we've still got Southampton to play. Just a quick one, guys. We do have Liverpool t-shirts available on our website, so do browse the collection by going to kopiteclothing.com or going down into the link in the description. We also offer free UK shipping on all orders. Let's get back into the video. Reports last week suggested Liverpool were not in the race for Manuel Ugarte, but it looks as though there could be a big U-turn on the cards this summer, according to latest reports. Liverpool have reportedly alerted Manuel Ugarte that they will soon make an offer to sign the Sporting Lisbon midfielder, who has been heavily linked with a move to Anfield. According to the record, the Reds have now told the Uruguay international that they will propose a bid to the 22-year-old in the coming weeks, with Ugarte a midfielder who Liverpool are keen on to add to their ranks this summer. The South American has enjoyed a breakout year for Sporting Lisbon, and Liverpool now seem ready to make their move for the youngster amid growing transfer interest from the likes of Aston Villa and Chelsea, who could tempt Ugarte to the Premier League. Although Liverpool's sale pitch is arguably the best out of the three English clubs, Ugarte himself could be tempted with a move to West London or Birmingham if Liverpool are too slow off the mark to wrap up a deal with the Sporting midfielder. Indeed, central midfield is a position that Liverpool could make as many as 3 signings in, as Jurgen Klopp looks to completely overhaul his options, and making an early offer to Ugarte could be massive in the long term for the Merseyside Giants. Liverpool know that the sooner their transfer business is done, the more time Klopp will have in pre-season to get his plan for the next term into action, and bidding early for Ugarte could be massive for the Reds and their squad rebuild this year. The 22-year-old adds a lot of key depth in numerous midfield roles, and with rival clubs also interested in Ugarte, Liverpool know they must act fast if they want to wrap up Ugarte's signature, which could be huge going into the upcoming Premier League season. Virgil van Dijk does not believe missing out on the Champions League football makes Liverpool any less attractive to potential signings. The last gasp 1-1 draw at home to Aston Villa all but ended the club's unlikely pursuit of a top 4 place, as they now require either Newcastle or Manchester United to lose both their remaining matches. It is the remotest of possibilities, but as transfer planning is well advanced and with Liverpool's desired rejuvenation of their midfield no secret, Van Dijk insists players will not be deterred from joining even if they face the prospect of playing Europa League football. He said, "Obviously the chances to reach Champions League football are quite slim, but now it makes it more difficult. Pre-season will be massive. I'm very excited for next season. I think that feeling came a couple of months ago when we turned the page. Obviously, there's still a lot to work on, but the good thing in this case is that we have a whole pre-season to work on this, and that's definitely the plan. The noises I'm hearing, it's going to be a very intense pre-season with a lot of physical work, but also a lot of tactical work trying to get ready for a tough season. Players are leaving, hopefully players come in, and we'll be ready for the start of pre-season. Everybody knows we've been going through a little bit of a transition, and if I'm a player on the rise and I have options to go to the next step, and Liverpool is knocking on my door, then I would be very interested. I don't think it's going to change much, but if someone wants to play Champions League no matter what, then that's their ambition. While the season is finished for many, there are still plenty to cheer about for some Liverpool loanees. Sunday saw Virgil ORourke pick up silverware as his Halifax side defeated Gateshead 1-0 in the FA Trophy final at Wembley. ORourke was an unused substitute in the showpiece as Halifax lifted the trophy for a second time, with the 21-year-old having joined the club on loan in February after an impressive spell with Canterbury Town. The forward chalked up 7 goals in 10 appearances for the Cameroon Premier, but has since struggled for minutes since arriving at the Shea Stadium. Leighton Clarkson registered his 6th assist in 9 games from a corner to put his Aberdeen side a goal up at Hearts, but 2 goals either side at half-time for the hosts unfortunately saw the game end in defeat for the midfielder. The 21-year-old is in a rich vein of creative form, having picked up the club's Young Player of the Year award earlier this month. It provides a blow to Aberdeen's hopes of ending the campaign in 3rd spot as they look to secure European football next season. Elsewhere, Villette-Jaros Stockport reached the League 2 playoff final with a 3-1 aggregate win over Salford in the semi-final. Like ORourke, the goalkeeper is unlikely to feature at Wembley, having not made a league appearance since October, which also came in a victory over Salford. Luke Chambers appeared in Kilmarnock's 1-0 defeat to St Johnstone after his side went down to 10 men, and Sepp van der Berg got a full 90 minutes as Schalke drew 2-2 with Frankfurt. Connor Bradley's spell at Bolton ended in heartbreak after his side fell to a 2-1 aggregate defeat to Barnsley in the League One playoff semi-final. Graham Souness is set to take on a mammoth challenge of swimming the English Channel, all for a touching cause. After leaving Sky Sports, Souness has had more time on his hands and is dedicating it to charity. The European Cup winning captain is set to take on the challenge of swimming the English Channel in aid of Deborah, a charity that supports individuals and families affected by erythematosus bullosa. Speaking about the swim that will take around 16 hours, and has changed their lives, Souness told the BBC, "I find it really difficult to begin with. I thought I was a tough guy. I'm swimming with tough guys. I get zero sympathy from them. The first attempt I went in the sea and it was quite lumpy, and I think I lasted 5 minutes and I had to be helped out of the water." Despite being 70-year-old, the Scot is committed to the task and is completing the swim with the father of Isla Grist, a 14-year-old girl with EB, whom Souness has grown close to. Isla suffers from the disease the pair are hoping to raise awareness for. EB is a group of a rare disease that causes the skin to blister both in and outside of the body, often causing constant pain for the sufferer. Souness couldn't fight the tears back as he spoke about his friend. He said, "I get emotional talking about it. Isla is the most unique human being I've ever met." Later, Souness also went on to say, "Football does its bit for charity. Players are much aligned but much criticised, but football does its bit. In my life, I've had the good fortune to spend time with people that aren't very well, but I knew nothing about this disease. We here at LFC News will be donating to the cause, and you can donate too. The link is in the description." Liverpool fans, what do you make of the news that Liverpool could return back to Manuel Ugarte? And is he a player that you would like to see at Anfield this summer? Let me know your thoughts down there in the comment section below. That brings us to the end of today's video. As always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. Remember, we do have Liverpool t-shirts available on our website, so do browse the collection by going down into the link in the description or going to combatclothing.com. Thank you, and I'll see you all next time. Take care. Push.